Episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Heute ist Samstag. Today is Saturday, y'all. And I'm just checking on y'all to see how y'all are doing. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Y'all having a good day so far? Right now it is 77 degrees. It got up to 82 today, so we've been having pretty good weather, y'all. I'm in the vehicle. Let me turn it off. I'm in the vehicle right now. Hold on one sec. All right, I just muted myself for a hot second. So I hope y'all um, are enjoying your weekend so far. This is Devokananda. All right, and yeah, I'm out and about right now. My friend is out here as well. Um, yeah, so I don't have a whole lot going on right now. They're having a motorcycle show today. So we're over here. There's a lot of people out here. I was contemplating if I was going to even come out here because I was just going to head to the house. I got to, you know, get myself prepared for tomorrow because I have an open house and stuff like that. But I decided to come on over here, get some fresh air, even though the sun is almost gone, right? So the sun is no longer out, y'all. Let me see. They playing music. There's a lot of people walking around out here. Mm, all right. Got that done. So anyway, I see that people have been commenting on my videos for the shorts, and I don't know why they're so interested in trying to tell me how I should think, what I should feel, or what they feel that Jesus has planned for me. But it is what it is, y'all. Because I think some people don't like the little shorts that I made, which I really don't care. That's, neither here nor there. It's not going to really change anything. Gold member. Why are you asking me something stupid like that? I'm going to remove your comment, okay? I think y'all are coming in here to be silly, okay? You said Jesus was brown. Oh, cuz my title says brown girls are beautiful. Well, if my title says brown girls are beautiful and you're looking at the screen right now, what do I look like? Do I look like a white girl? Do I look white to you? Does this look like a white person talking? I don't think it does. So you should be able to see for yourself what I look like. All right? You should be able to see for yourself what I look like. All right? I don't really have time for a bunch of nonsense, y'all. I don't consider myself black. I think I've had this conversation. I don't know why y'all acting me like that. I mean, I don't know why you're talking like that. I look like Hillary Clinton. You sound silly. Y'all, I'm being positive. I'm being positive. I don't know why y'all coming in here with this nonsense. You said you're new to the live. AJ said you're so beautiful. Thank you, AJ. Shout out to you. Malik Townsend said, "Are you serious?" Hale said, "You are brown." I'm a brown skinned female. Okay. You said I look like Shaka Khan. Just so you know, you're beautiful regardless of color. Thank you. Um, Nobody's gonna make me feel bad about my features, my nose. I love everything about me. I love how my divine creator designed me. I love my lineage. I love who I am. So any like negativity coming from the Caucasian crowd, take that elsewhere. Okay, we are far way beyond that at this point. I think we already know that there are a lot of hatred, and I'm not going to feed into the negativity. I just came on here to say hi, just to say I hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. I'm actually out here at the motorcycle show. I'm turning the light on so y'all can see me. But at the motorcycle show, and it's 77 degrees. It was 82 today. I started to go straight home, but it's a beautiful day out here. So my friend is on the other side. They're over there. I'm over here. I'm waiting for them. And so I just decided to come say hi to y'all. That's it. I didn't come here for all of this other stuff, this negativity, y'all. I'm not a negative person. So Asiatic Afro woman is God. Shout out to Hale. I wasn't trying to be dismissive or offensive. I apologize if I came across that way. I was intrigued. Okay, gold member. Because the reason, oh, y'all, it's these little kids out here. Oh, they're so cute. It's three of them. And one of them has like this little e-bike. Oh my goodness, y'all. I didn't know they had e-bikes for little children, y'all. Did y'all know that? Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. They're you see, they came zooming past real quickly, y'all. They're with their daddy, their father. But yeah, I've just been having a whole lot of people come into my comment section asking me my ethnicity. And this hasn't been going on because I've had this channel for 5 years. And all of a sudden, I keep getting that same question over and over again. I'm not sure why, but I don't classify myself as black. I say brown because I'm brown skinned. So I said brown girls are beautiful. And really, that's not, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that. But if people want to know, the reason that I have a channel called Brown Girls Are Beautiful is because I started a clothing brand about 5 years ago when COVID hit, and it was called Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I tried every other title I could think of, and every time I thought of another title for a clothing brand, it was taken. So this was the only one that was available that I thought of. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go with it because it kept sticking in my head. And then I developed um, what do you call it? A YouTube channel around it. So that's how the title kind of stuck. But I've been going back and forth in my head for like the last year or so about actually changing the title to something different. Um, and that's only because I know the connotation that it will bring to like the wrong crowd. They think that I'm trying to be antagonistic and say that other nationalities or other cultures are not beautiful, which we know that's not the case because beauty is in the eye of the beholder first and foremost, and beauty is in all cultures, right? There are a lot of beautiful people all across this globe, but basically it was just to be an upliftment and empowerment for melanated females. That's where the title came from. And I talk about a broad range of topics on here from politics to melanated issues because I'm a melanated person. So I'm able to speak from that perspective, things that other melanated people might not be able to articulate or they're scared to say. And maybe there's things that I've been through that they can relate to because we share a lot of similarities out here. And even if you think someone does not have your experience, there's someone that has a similar experience. You might have never met them before, never heard their experience, but if they're on a public platform, maybe you can relate to them because sometimes your friends, your family members, your colleagues, your neighbors, they might not understand what you've been through. So it's just, a way to reach, a broader audience, I guess. Um, Let me see here. Somebody said, "Oh, haha." It's not negative, just don't understand where you're standing, Malik Townsend, because I say brown instead of black. Well, the reason I don't say black is because technically black is not a nationality. That is a social construct, or that was a term that basically got placed on us in the 1700s, right? And even white, I mean, I get what white means, but like if we're going off of colors in a crayon box, I would say that my skin tone looks more like brown than black, right? So it's not to be offensive, it's just to be realistic. Even when I was a little girl, I would always ask my mother, why do they call us black when our skin is not black? I don't see how that's offensive to anyone because I call myself brown because clearly I'm brown skin. So I don't see how that is bothering anyone. You said you understand now? Don't they consider Latinas as brown girls? That's where I got confused a bit. Sorry. Is it bad being classified as black? Hello, Miss Gorgeous Queen. Hi, Kaverick. No, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's bad being classified as black, but I just don't subscribe to the average titles that they give us. Like, I don't subscribe to African American either, because that is another social construct that we got put into a box. I subscribe to, I say melanated, or I will say Native American, indigenous person of the land, or I will say that American Indian, because technically we were here in this land. Technically, my great grandmother was a Native American Indian, if that makes any sense. So I don't say African American, because that would give us the preconception that I come from Africa first and then I have America as my homeland. I was already here in America. My people were already here in America, right? So I know we all have lineage and ancestry that derive from Africa. All of us on this globe, the first civilization, from what we know in humanity, came from the African continent. I do understand that. So it's not to be dismissive of that, but it's just to have an understanding, because just like when the Asian people come over here, you have Chinese Americans, you have Japanese Americans, but see, that would make sense because their first homeland is Chinese first and then it's America. They didn't come from America and they are aware of that. So I am aware of what I classify as my homeland, which is here, North America, instead of saying African American, because all of us did not come on a boat from Africa. All of us just did not work that way. So we all get kind of put in a box and put in a title when they say African Americans or blacks. That's not really identifying your nationality or your ethnic background. And it's a little offensive, but I don't get offended by it because I know what people mean. But I just correct them or I clarify if they ask me the question. So, that's just like when they call white people. But technically, if you want to get technical, white people are Europeans. And a lot of them can trace their lineage back to what European country they derive from. So you have people here from like Scotland or Poland or Ireland or German ancestry. So it's kind of like that. We know that you're classified as white, but your lineage goes back to Europe. So really, when you say white American, it's just a generalization. So that's the same thing when people say African American or blacks. Okay? You said thank you for explaining to us non-black melanated folks. Okay, you understand now, beautiful. The social construct stance makes sense, my love. Okay, yeah, so that's all that is. And I think that sometimes, and excuse me for looking away because when I talk, I kind of stare in the distance when I'm thinking. But a lot of times, even melanated people, which I'm classifying melanated people as people that are more melanated complected, more tint in our skin, sometimes they get offended if they think you're not trying to claim being black, right? Because I've heard where they get offended if Tiger Woods says, I'm not black, right? Well, Tiger Woods is obviously got some type of Asian in him, and you can tell by looking at his slanted eyes. He's got Asiatic features, right? And a lot of melanated people have Asiatic features, and they hide a lot of that. Like a lot of the darker complected Asiatic people, they don't push that in the media as much. Just like there are brown skinned Dominican people that speak Spanish. There are Spanish speakers all up in New York that look just like a regular melanated person like me, but they're Dominican and excuse me, Spanish speakers. So sometimes we can't just go by what we think or just how a person looks, because we're all kind of mixed up in the rainbow at this point, right? But that's the best way that I could explain it to you. And and that's just how I choose to identify myself. But everybody can identify how they want to, and I don't think we should pressure or push a narrative on someone if they don't want to be classified as black or whatever the case. Even if they have brown skin, I'm not going to get mad if they don't want to claim it, because that's their identity. I don't have to walk in their shoes or live in whatever title they want to live under. It's not for me to judge. And I think that's where we have to stop being so hypersensitive about. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense. Um, but yeah, I'm not offended when people call me black or African American. I know that this is a general term that people use, but people, there are people here that look like me that come from Panama, they're Haitians. You know, people that look like me or have brown skin and they come from France, and they speak French. So a lot of times, I think as Americans, and I'm going to include myself in this, we can be a little ignorant to like the geography of this, of not just America but just as a whole, as this entire globe, like how diverse people are, and they, as they start to migrate over here and from different regions of the globe, we can't always assume. I've seen Hispanic people that I thought were Asian, and they speak Spanish. And you know, so you just never know. Sometimes you have no idea what's going on in a person's background, y'all. But I think the biggest thing is that we can have a constructive dialogue about it and talk about it and not be oversensitive and not be so offensive and argumentative. You know what I mean? Because really, this country is not going to get anywhere like that, especially with everything that's going on with the shutdown, which I read earlier that now the shutdown is. Hello? You did? Yeah. You over there? Okay, I'm on the opposite end. Y'all about to get out now? Okay, well, I'm gonna meet you then. What? Yeah, I know where you at. All right. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I gotta go. I gotta go meet my friend. Thank y'all so much for viewing. Thank you for watching. Y'all stay blessed, stay beautiful. Positive energy coming your way from wherever you are. And enjoy your weekend, y'all. I'm gonna sign out and I'll talk to y'all later.